Fundraising, it's hard. It's really, really hard. And if you don't know what to do, or if you haven't done it before, you will find yourself lost more ways than you can count. Having a mentor obviously helps with this, but there's a lot of people who don't. And that was me. My name is Alexander Zanis. I'm the founder and creator of Corello AI, which is a real estate agentic AI platform that will actually help the agents that are selling the homes to track their leads, manage their leads, nurture them, objection analysis, send emails, have a dashboard, everything all in one. And I started creating it when I was 17 years old. Now, this was not an easy task, especially starting so young, but I hit a roadblock where I knew I needed to raise money. And when I got to this point, I kind of stalled out. I knew that my sister had a connection with this guy who had raised before, and so I reached out to him. Although things were slow and I couldn't really figure out how to go about it on my own. So I had to work through all that, and I want to tell you exactly, if you're a new founder today looking to raise money or thinking about raising money, or even don't want to raise money, but it's better for your future to just know how to, then this is the video for you. I'm currently in the beautiful island of Corfu, Greece, making this video, and knew it was a perfect opportunity. Good scenery, good vibe, good temperature. So that's why I'm bringing this to you from me today. Now I'm going to separate this into three waves. It is pre, like working on the raise, then it is when you're working on the raise, and then it is after you worked on the raise. So you're not done with the raise, but you're working towards it, and it is kind of the levels before you actually raise the money. Now, starting off with level one, this is the easiest level, of course. You're excited, you know you want to raise money, and you just start thinking, wow, $100,000, $200,000, $500,000. This will take my business so far. I can hire technical people, I can market, and you think like you've got it all figured out. You start making the pitch deck, you download Gamma, and you start using the AI to make your slides, and then you add in your information, you create a presentation, you run over and over again, you talk with your family about it and present to them as well, which is all good, but it's a little bit different if this is your first raise. And for me, it was as well. I did all that, and granted, it wasn't perfect, but it didn't need to be yet, because when I got to wave two, I realized that it didn't even matter yet. Now, knowing your numbers, knowing how to present, knowing how to convey your ideas is a very, very important skill. Although it's a very important skill later. And for wave one, you will go through this. Everyone will go through this. I'm sure it's actually better to go through this wave than to just jump past it. So make your pitch decks, practice your speeches, and then you'll move on to wave two. Now, moving on to wave two, which is honestly the hardest wave. Finding connections. When you're a new founder, or even if you're a seasoned founder that hasn't been in the world of raising money before, you will have almost no connections that can do this. Now, if you know some really wealthy people that actually could write angel checks themselves, that is amazing. Although if you don't, you're kind of in the dark. So one workaround that I found to get past this actually is to apply to mentorships and apply to accelerators. And even if they're just online or have a week of some kind of dumber learning and then one meetup at the end, it's worth it, because if you pay for it or if you don't, usually you get all of your money's worth from it. Sometimes you even get funded from it or get access to more connections that could give you fundraising. So I would say that is number one right off the bat. Just apply to those, get into circles. That is where you can make a lot of networking happen really, really quickly. And find a lot of like-minded individuals, especially if you're looking for co-founders, CEOs, any of those roles. The second thing I would do is kind of get out into the field. For me, I was working in real estate with agents, so I would kind of find firms, find their emails, email the agents, go on Reddit subgroups, and put out like a bunch of chats and link them all to my form that I made that was for agents that would kind of ask questions or get a feel on how they felt about Corello, give them a little free gift at the end, just a PDF, something like that, simple and easy. And then from there, you can actually go and look up Facebook groups, go in the groups, talk to the realtors, talk to people you know that know realtors, actually walk up into the firms yourself. I would even go as far as looking for showings to speak to the realtors there. Now, you don't have to do all that, but just getting into the field, getting your hands a little bit dirty actually helps a ton. And of course, the more you do, the better chance you have of actually getting direct access to your source. So if I was doing any sort of fitness business, I would go straight to my ideal audience, either really fit people or people that are kind of fat, trying to get fit. If I was making drones, I would talk to the people who fly drones for videographers or just for fun and talk to them about what would make the drones better. And this is all great, but wave 3 is where it actually matters. Wave 3 is in that specific time when you're looking to fundraise and actively going out, searching for people, searching for your ideal market, talking to people, connecting to individuals, finding accelerator groups, finding your ideal audience, and you're just kind of hovering. Now you're doing all of these things to get out there, although you still feel stagnant. You're not raising money. You're not making much progress on your app or your program or your product, whatever you're doing, because you're focusing all this time on raising, and you start to have second thoughts. You think, should I even be raising? Should I just put my time into developing my product more? Should I try and bootstrap it? You're also thinking, why have I not raised the money yet? Why can I not make connections? You haven't even probably pitched to one person yet, but you still think your pitch isn't good enough. You think it's not going to work. So you work on your pitch. And then you come to the point where you realize you just need to get in front of someone. So it doesn't matter about all these connections you're kind of making. It doesn't matter about the realtors that you're talking to. You just need to have one conversation with an investor. It doesn't matter if it's a pitch. It doesn't matter if it's just a cold email. It doesn't matter if it's a casual conversation. You just need to talk to a possible investor, someone who could actually invest if they wanted to into your business. And this can happen in many ways. It could be an angel. It can be a VC. It could be a convention. It could be anything. But you just need to actually talk to someone. Enough preparation, enough connecting outwards. And while you're trying to talk to someone, of course, develop your product, make it better. See things that you can do on your own, because it will all help to show progress along the way. If you texted them in March and in May, you've made tons of progress and onboarded 100 new users or developed a special new feature, that is great, and they'll see the progress, and that's better than bringing that feature to them in the first place. The actual arc of growth is what will change the perception of who you are as a founder and how your business works. And so don't give up. Don't relent to your inner thoughts of being insufficient or needing to work on the micro things that don't truly move the needle, because that is what will get you to truly be stagnant, to truly not make progress, to truly kind of kill your business. And it can happen really, really fast, because a lot of other people are trying to succeed also, and they will kill you. They will crush you if you are not faster and stronger and better. So you need to stay relentless and go after it with the same hunger as you did in the beginning. Do not get bored. Do not think this might not be the exact path for me, because you picked it in the beginning. Just because it gets hard doesn't mean that it might not be your path. Finish it out. Find out if the logic behind it, the market behind it, actually tells you what's your path and what is not. And don't give up. That is all I got for you today. If you want to continue on, I've been trying to do more videos like this and kind of share my journey as a founder myself. Again, I'm Alexander Zanis, founder of CarelloAI.com. You can check it out and check out my new videos. Thanks for watching.